Hi guys, how you doing? So today is Wednesday, the 1st of June, 2022. Here I am once again in downtown Sydney, and yeah, this is the winter season here in Sydney, so we all got to rug up. It's very windy today, very cold, and you know, I'm just here doing a little bit of shopping, but I thought I'd come to my usual spot to do a video to edify the church. So anyway, yeah, I've been watching the church recently in the last few days. You know, I've been watching the videos that they have been posting on their channels, and some are saying that perhaps on June 5th during Pentecost, or even June 20th for that matter, that perhaps you know, we're going to have the rapture of the church. Perhaps it's a high watch time, you know, for the rapture of the church. In my view, absolutely not, 100%. I'll guarantee you, like I said in my previous videos, I'll go fishing on June the 5th or June the 20th, and I guarantee you 100% that we're not going to have the rapture of the church, not in any day of the month during June, for that matter. 100%, no way, because in order for us to have the rapture of the church, we need 4 major Bible prophecies, like I said before. We need Isaiah 17.1, Ezekiel 38:39. We need the signing of the covenant, as per Daniel 9:27, and we need the prophecy, once the covenant is signed, we need the prophecy of Paul in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2, verse 3, that the man of sin shows up, and then we go out the rapture. So those are the 4 major ones. Of course, there's more than that that will be fulfilled, you know, when we get out of here. But you know, I'm going to talk about a few things to that, actually. You know, Isaiah 17.1 and Ezekiel 38:39 belong in this dispensation of the church age. Let me ask you something. If you don't believe what I'm saying, this is not my opinion, I'm just quoting Bible prophecies here, or End Times Bible Prophecies. Let me ask you something. What do you fit in Ezekiel 38:39? According to you, if you have no faith in this End Times Bible prophecy, and you think that the rapture of the church can happen at any moment, can you please answer me this question? Where do you fit in Ezekiel 38:39? Let us study, shall we? And let me tell you where we fit Ezekiel 38:39. Okay, let's put Ezekiel 38:39 into the trip. Ask yourself, how can God glorify himself with Ezekiel 38:39 by defeating this great northern army, if in fact God is allowing the Antichrist to rule for the next 7 years? Okay? That can just not happen. It just doesn't make any sense, you know, because then don't forget that we're going to have the abomination during, you know, the middle stage of the trib, and it just doesn't add up at all. And also for the fact that God is going to be pouring out his wrath, you know, on earth. You know, Jesus is going to be opening up the seals, and the 4 horses of Revelation are going to come out. You know, we got the trumpets, we got the bowl judgments, we got the 3 woes. So Ezekiel 38:39 can no way be fitted into the dispensation of the trib. Now let's study the matter now and put Ezekiel 38:39 into the millennial kingdom. Now it doesn't work either, because as soon as we come back with Jesus, you know, we're going to have the battle of Armageddon. We're going to have the judgments of the goats and the sheep. And then we're going to be ruling with Jesus as kings and priests, according to the book of Revelation. And then at the back end of the millennial kingdom, we'll have the last Gog and Magog war, but that's a completely different war from the Ezekiel 38:39. So I just, you know, I just don't get it how Bible scholars out there, especially Bible scholars from America, you know, from the US, don't have any faith at all whatsoever in these 4 End Time Bible prophecies that I just mentioned, and not just in this video, but in previous videos. No faith at all, you know. And to me, it's very, you know, I'm concerned. Put it that way. I'm concerned. Like, do you guys have any faith at all? You know, like, you know, the rapture of the church cannot happen until these 4 major Bible prophecies happen. So how can you say that, you know, on June the 5th, Pentecost or June 20 we're going to have the rapture of the church. No way. Absolutely not. I'll guarantee you that. Like I said, I can go fishing, go on a cruise, ride my electric scooter, and I wake up on June the 6th or June the 21st and we're not going to have no rapture at all. No rapture at all. But I'd like to see the church, especially in America, all you YouTubers out there, to have a bit more faith, because don't forget that we're going to have the judgment seat of Christ, the Bema seat of Christ, and, obviously you want to get as many rewards as you possibly can. Now, I'm not nitpicking. You got to take it seriously, because we don't know if at that judgment, perhaps God is going to use it as some sort of ranking system there on the track. We don't know. God's judgment on humanity is completely different to how we humans judge ourselves. We humans judge ourselves on how much money you got in the bank, and perhaps if you're a YouTuber, how many subscribers you got on your channel. But God judges us on our heart. The Bible teaches that God and Jesus, they look at our hearts when it comes to judging us. So, and don't forget what Jesus said in Matthew 19:30. The first will be last, and the last will be first. Well, here I am as a YouTuber with, as of all people, a scooter, a scooter channel of all people, a nobody, a complete nobody on YouTube. Here edifying the church as the last, and I'm pretty sure that God is gonna, and Jesus at the judgment seat of Christ, He's gonna put me first with what I just told you, And you guys that have thousands upon thousands of subscribers, yeah, you might be the first now, but at the Bema judgment seat of Christ, you will be the last for not saying what I'm saying, And here I am, out of all people, a scooter channel, edifying the church. You guys probably don't know whether to laugh or cry, And, I'm definitely the last with only 200 subscribers. And here I am having complete faith in End Times Bible Prophecies. And you guys have no faith at all by what you say in End Times Bible Prophecies. You show no faith because you said that the rapture of the church can happen at any moment. You keep saying that. I think this is video number 15, where I have been saying that, we need these 4 major Bible prophecies before the rapture of the church. Isaiah 17.1, which is brewing. Ezekiel 38:39. Daniel 9:27. Israel has to sign the covenant with the Antichrist, and then Paul's prophecy in the 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3, that the man of sin or the Antichrist shows up, and bang, Now, one of the things that really cheeses me off, that really annoys me, like, probably, if there's one thing that annoys me most about the whole Bible, is when I hear people say that we won't see the man of sin show up. I really get pissed off when people say that, because the prophecy in Paul's in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3 says clearly, "Let no man deceive you or fool you, that day, which day the day of the rapture shall not come until the man of sin shows up, and then bang, we'll have the rapture." Now, English is not my first language. If I can understand it, tell me what part of the English language, without insulting you, is it that you don't understand about the Bible prophecy? Now, you keep saying that we won't see the man of sin, that will go out of the rapture without seeing the Antichrist. Don't wait. Just read the Bible prophecies. Take your time. That is so crystal clear, but I just don't get how Bible scholars keep saying that we won't see the man of sin. It's beyond me. That scripture there is the one that really annoys me the most. When I hear the church out there saying this, that we'll have the rapture without seeing first the man of sin or the Antichrist, that really annoys me, because that prophecy is just so crystal clear, But anyway, now I heard, I don't mean to be nitpicking, but I heard a Bible scholar saying that, the third temple is being rebuilt at the moment. No, the third temple is not being rebuilt at the moment. Just because, in some sort of warehouse, the Israel temple authorities are chipping away at a few stones, or they're making they have made some early preparations. That they already got the golden menorah, they already got the basements for the Levite priests and things like that. And just because they might be chipping a rock here and there, that in a warehouse somewhere, that doesn't mean that the third temple is being rebuilt. No way. Let me ask, think about this for a moment. Tell me then, if you think that the third temple is being rebuilt, where is the location of that temple being rebuilt like now, like you're saying? Can you please let me know the location of this third temple that is being rebuilt right now according to you? Now, also tell me, have you seen a large fleet of trucks bringing in cement and soil and a whole heap of, construction workers, cranes and things like that? Everything that's needed for a construction of a building. Have you seen any of that happening anywhere in Jerusalem for the rebuilding of the third temple? Absolutely not. We don't know, where the third temple is going to be built yet. We know it's going to be in Jerusalem, but the thing is that the third temple is not going to be rebuilt until Israel signs the covenant as per Daniel 9:27. And why do I say this? It's only the Antichrist, okay? But the Jewish people will know him, the Antichrist, as the real Messiah, until the Messiah, until Israel signs the covenant as per Daniel 9:27, and they get permission from their Messiah, or for us is the Antichrist. That temple cannot be rebuilt, okay? Yeah, sure enough, they are making early preparations there, like they got the clothing ready for the Levite priests, they're chipping away at a few stones in some sort of back warehouse in Jerusalem somewhere, and sure enough, they got the golden menorah and a few things here and there, but the third temple is not being rebuilt, and it's not going to be rebuilt until Israel signs that covenant. And my view on that is that the third temple is going to be rebuilt right borderline, either at the back end of the church age or end times period, or early during the tribulation period. It's going to be one of the two. It's going to be borderline one of the two, because as soon as Israel signs the covenant as per Daniel 9:27, or for that matter Jeremiah 37, or for that matter Isaiah 15:28, those three Bible prophecies are in alignment, same as Daniel 9:27. Once Israel signs that covenant, then in a little while the Antichrist will show up, and then bang, Paul's prophecy in 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3 that the man of sin shows up, see you later. And perhaps in that moment, after Israel signs the covenant as per Daniel 9:27, and just before the Antichrist shows up, perhaps Israel could start rebuilding the temple then, or perhaps right after the Antichrist shows up, and then bang, see you later. So I said on my video, I did a couple of videos telling you guys precisely what's going to happen in this dispensation and the next, because I already analyzed this in great detail. As a matter of fact, I did a thorough video in which YouTube sent me an email saying to delete the video because they weren't happy about that. Now, the New World Order, I just put a video on that about Davos. The New World Order, the New World Digital Currency, the Mark of the Beast, all that belongs into the trib, not in the church age, because the New World Order, the cryptocurrency, the Mark of the Beast, that's all graft, that's all evil, and evil does not belong here. Was the Holy Spirit is with us here in the church age, That's not going to be all for the tribulation period, so don't worry about that. Now, there's a lot of talk about China provoking again, the Chinese, they are foxes, they throw a stone and hide the hand, behind. But I don't think that China is going to invade Taiwan just yet, because if they do, then they're going to have problems with America, they're going to have problems with Japan, also Vietnam, the Philippines, their own self in the Pacific, with us here in Australia, New Zealand, and also Indonesia. So that could cause World War III, so that's not going to happen. And that is pretty much graph, and we just can't support that at the moment, especially with, the birth pains that that are getting more severe and severe. We really need the rapture of the church. It's going to happen soon, but that brings me to my comment about the fig tree generation. Now we know that on the 14th of May, just recently, in the last month, a lot of people thought that the rapture of the church could occur, but we can't use that date anymore because that has proven that has proven wrong, that we can't really use it. So we need to use an alternative date. Perhaps we can use the 25th of January, when Israel had its first ever elections won by Ben Gurion. But Ben Gurion ended up forming a coalition, if you like, with a few other parties, and the coalition began government on the 8th of March 1949. So you can read that, all the information on Wikipedia. So we're definitely going to have to bring the date forward to 1949 to accommodate, allowing room for the for this Isaiah 17, Ezekiel 38, 39, and Israel signing the covenant. We're going to have to perhaps use one of those two dates, either the 25th of January 2023 or the 8th of March 2023. So between now and March, we only got 9 months, and we are the fig tree generation. So that means that between now and March 2023, at the very latest, we only got 9 months. So we will be getting out of here. We need to have the rapture of the church within the next 9 months. Obviously, it's not going to happen until the 4 Bible prophecies that I mentioned are fulfilled. Isaiah, Ezekiel, Daniel's covenant, and Paul's 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 verse 3. But when those 5 Bible prophecies are all wrapped up, definitely we'll be out. So we got 9 months between now and March to wrap it all up. To be on 80 years, if you like. Because we are the fig tree generation. So we have to remember what Jesus said in Matthew 24. Matthew 24, verses 32 to 34. This generation shall not pass till all this be fulfilled. And how Psalm 90 says a generation is between 70 and, if from wisdom by strength, 80 years. So Psalm 90 is what executes, the parable of the fig tree. But I don't want to hear Bible scholars saying that we can go over 81 years. No, we have to literally take what Psalm 90 says, that is up to 80 years, because don't forget that Psalm 90 is a prophecy. The book of Psalms is actually a book of prophecies, and a prophecy, needs to come to fruition literally by what it says. We can't say, oh no, it's 81 or 82 or 83, like I heard some American Bible scholars that it's up to 80. We cannot rearrange, the Word of God just to accommodate ourselves. We have to take it literally for what it says, especially so Bible prophecies. So I wanted to make that point quite clear to you guys. Now, do I have anything else to say? I got a bit of paper here. Just bear with me for 1 sec. Just regarding Yom Teruah. So, perhaps we could have all this wrapped up by Yom Teruah by September the 25th to 26th, having fulfilled these 4 Bible prophecies that, as I mentioned, it's a possibility. We'll see how things pan out. We know that Jesus has to fulfill 3 more of the 4 feasts, Yom Teruah, Yom Kippur, and Sukkot, or Tabernacles, if you like. Those are the 3 remaining feasts that Jesus has to fulfill. So it's a possibility. We got another 4 months, so it's possible, I guess. But we got 9 months to wrap all this up between now and the rapture of the church. We cannot go beyond the 8th of March 2023 because, if we are forced to use this alternative date of 1949 to accommodate these 4 Bible prophecies that I just mentioned. So, you know, the 14th of May this year has proven that it has not worked out because we are still here. There has been no rapture, so now we are forced to use an alternative date. So, you know, yeah, I just think that we only got 9 months left. That's all we got. Although I'm not setting a date, you know, if Jesus is going to take us out of here in order to fulfill Psalm 90, which executes, you know, the parable of the fig tree, then we only got 9 months left. That's all we got left. So, you know, I'm pretty sure that 9 months is a long time. Now, regarding last point here about the Russian President Vladimir Putin, I put a video out there on my channel. Different sources are saying various things. Some say that Putin is probably dead. Others are saying that he's probably very ill with cancer. Some are saying that he's probably got blood cancer. Look, I'm not sure what the truth is, but we're going to need a new Gog for Russia, or a new leader for Russia, to fulfill Ezekiel 38:39. Like I said on top of my video, Gog refers to the leader of Russia. At the moment, it's Vladimir Putin, but he could be replaced. And Magog refers to Russia itself. So, and then, you know, Russia is going to come with a coalition, you know, to invite Israel to fulfill Ezekiel 38:39, which belongs in this dispensation of the church age. So, just to wrap up everything, sorry about the music in the background. Make sure that you get saved by the gospel of salvation found in 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verses 1 to 4. How Jesus died on the cross and shed his blood to make the blood atonement for our sins, and that he was buried and rose again on the 3rd day according to the scriptures. You know, make sure that you believe that by faith. You know, Ephesians 2:8-9, sorry, says that, you know, we are saved by grace through faith. It's not of works, lest any man should boast. So it's not by what you do, we are saved by believing what Jesus did at the cross. So just make sure that you get saved, because, you know, we are running out of time. Like I said, we only got 9 months in order to fulfill, you know, the prophecy of, you know, Psalm 90, which executes the parable of the fig tree. So, but having said this, I like to see Bible scholars. I'm not nitpicking here. I like you guys to have more faith in the End Times Bible Prophecy. I just told you that you can't fit Ezekiel 38:39 in any other dispensation except the church age or End Times dispensation. So don't say that the rapture of the church can happen at any moment, because then you are denying what the Bible teaches. You know, you are denying that the Bible is teaching us Bible prophecies. You know, you are saying that the rapture of the church can happen at any moment, without even saying to people, hey, you know, we need this Isaiah, we need this Ezekiel 38:39, we need the covenant. How can you say that the rapture is going to happen on the 5th of June or even the 20th if Israel hasn't even signed the covenant yet? How can you say that? You know, let's just go by that alone. You know, like, has Israel signed any covenant with the Antichrist? Not yet, not that I'm aware of. Otherwise, you know, bang, you know, the Antichrist is going to show up and see you later, you know. And if we go out the rapture, whatever happened to Isaiah and Ezekiel 38? You know, like those Bible prophecies. We are not going to get out of here until all these prophecies that I just mentioned, these 4, are completely fulfilled. So, come on, people. I don't mean to be ridiculed. You know, I like all you guys. I respect all you guys. You know, I respect the church. You know, I watch all you know, your videos all the time. You know, but I just like you to have more faith in End Time Bible Prophecies, because you sound so bad. You know, like when you said that the rapture of the church can happen at any moment. You know, like I just said, okay, what do we do with Daniel's covenant then? Are you going to completely ignore that? If you said the rapture can happen on the 5th of June, then at Pentecost, then hello, it just doesn't add up, you know, like, come on, guys, I'm pushing you guys because I want you guys to get good rewards at the judgment seat of Christ, you know. I know you guys probably agree with me, you know, but because I'm a scooter adventure, you know, YouTuber out there, I'm the last amongst all you guys, you know. But just remember what Jesus said in Matthew 19:30. You know, the first, you guys with thousands will be last, and the last, myself with nobody, will be first. and that could have implications at the Bema Judgment Seat of Christ, perhaps in some sort of kind of ranking down the track. Look, I'm not sure. It's a possibility. Anything is possible with God. So I'm sure that you take it seriously. Earn your rewards here, because you want to go up there with no regrets. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say, guys. I hope that you guys can subscribe for my channel, not for the sake of me. I don't really care, because we are going to have the rapture of the church soon. So I don't think that the devil or the Antichrist is going to have our channels during the trip, to edify those poor souls that are going to be left behind. It's all going to be wicked and evil stuff during the trip. So if anything, I like you to subscribe to my channel, so that what I'm saying right here gets passed on to the church at the my message about End Times Bible Prophecies. So yeah, it's a badge of honor for me. I'm the last. Yeah, I'm the last amongst you who have thousands. But just remember what Jesus says: the first, you guys with thousands, will be last, and the last, here's Mr. Scooter Adventures, will be first. So yeah, bear that in mind. All right, guys. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys later.